Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Union Leipzig Career Mode series, where we're sitting in 10th place with 6 games left. We're definitely safe from relegation now. And we're starting to see some stars emerge in this team. Specifically, Stefan Kraus, our goalkeeper, has the most clean sheets in the league, despite us not having the best defense by any stretch. But he's been particularly great since we gave him the captain's armband. Definitely one of the few bright spots in this team for the entirety of the season. So we're giving him a much-deserved pay raise and hopefully a contract extension. He's only got 1 more year after this left on his contract, but we'll have to take that as it comes. For now, the squad depth is looking pretty solid going forwards. But I think in terms of the players really catching everyone's attention right now, it's Julian Busch, the player who filled in for Bergman at striker during his absence, but has since kept his spot. At the moment, he seems simply undroppable. So we continue on with Busch alongside Fofana up top, and with Wolf behind the two of them, we're actually developing one of the best attacks in the league. We see that link-up play as Julian Busch over the top for Fofana. Can't finish, but a great chance. And you know, I think that's one of the running themes this season overall. Our players are so good on the ball, and in terms of creating chances, we're doing well, but we don't have that many clinical finishers. Fofana's a great false 9 kind of striker. Busch is a winger we put up top. We're not seeing a player who can really score. Speaking of which, we can see the goal. Simple ball over the top. Kraus is out late to meet it, and suddenly we find ourselves behind in this game. But thankfully, there's just not a lot of pressure on us this season. Our only goal was to avoid relegation, and even if we lose every game the rest of this season, fingers crossed that won't happen, but we'll be fine. We're really not at risk at all of going down at this point, and we can kind of just keep building into next season, but that does mean there's a bit of pressure for us to at least keep momentum up going into next year. But again, I think we've found some really talented players like Busch and Sommer who are developing even more and more going into next season. Speaking of which, Busch takes on his man into the box. Oh my God, what a goal from Julian Busch. This kid's simply incredible. I mean, he's not good just for our team. He's become one of the best players in the league pretty darn quick, and honestly, despite a little bit of the confusion around his signing initially, I think it's a good thing the board brought him in because we've discovered a real gem of a player here. And unlike earlier in the season, even when we start a game a goal down, it seems like we quickly have the confidence to know we can get back into it, and hopefully we can go on to find a positive result here, but we find ourselves a little on the back foot defensively as we try to cover with numbers in the box. Well, this is kind of our weakness here, the ability to cover the correct spaces as we concede a second goal. Well, the first one maybe was on Kraus for not coming out fast enough, but that one's definitely on our back line for being so disorganized. That could not have been an easier chance for the opposition to finish. Well, it's shaping up to be a very entertaining game, and Union are definitely far from giving up at this point. We got a lot of game left to play, and we know we can find a goal as Julian Busch runs the ball straight into his man, gives it away, but we keep up the high press here, trying to win the ball back, and we do exactly that. Sommer finds Fofana. Surely it's his second goal. Union Leipzig are back in this game, and that's a scrappy goal, but they count just the same. And props to Victor Sommer for pushing far up the pitch and winning the ball back. The 17-year-old has been one of our best players since breaking into the first team, and you can see why. He's got quality on the ball, but also off of it. As a proper box-to-box center mid, he's one of our most important players in the starting 11 right now. And surely Union feel like we have the opportunity to go ahead in this game as our confidence grows with the ball at our feet. Julian Busch pulling out the skills here, and he plays the ball to the overlapping left back Wolski, who's patiently waiting for the run ahead of him, finds the return to Busch, who squares up with his man. Beautiful footwork, that's more like it. Julian Busch, Fofana drags the shot wide. Oh, well, one of our strikers did all of the hard work and the other missed the chance. Not to be too harsh on Fofana, man, you got to at least keep that on target. Union pushing hard now to try to find a winner in the second half. We've had basically all of the ball for the last 15-20 minutes, but Brandt gives the ball away. That's poor from the right back. I think this is going to be one of the most important positions on the pitch for us. Right back, left back. With this wing back system, they play such a big role in the kind of style we play. The ball played through, and oh my God, it's a third goal in the blink of an eye. Once again, Kraus unable to anticipate that pass and get out there to pick it up, but I mean, all credit to the pass. That was absolutely lethal. And you can just see, I think it was Schultz keeping his man on side there, and it was timed well. And unfortunately for Union Leipzig, that is gonna be game. We gave it our all, and I thought actually played very well, but man, those couple of lapses in concentration and defense really cost us. Well, again, it would have been nice to win that game, but the loss doesn't cost us that much. We're still going to be a mid-table club come the end of the season. However, the story takes an unfortunate twist for us, as after that last game, Stefan Kraus headed to our team physio to complain about some fatigue going into the game. Maybe that explains why he didn't play all that well. But the result is devastating. It's been found that Kraus is having some heart troubles, and the recommendation from the team doctor is not only to keep him out for the rest of the season, but indefinitely, as it's recommended he retires from playing professional football altogether. Now, this would be bad for any of our players, but especially given it's our captain and arguably our best player this season, it's devastating not just for the player personally and for the sentiment, but literally for our team that's relying on him. The 31-year-old has consistently been one of our best players at the most important times this season, and all of a sudden, he's gonna be out of the team not just for now, but forever. And it's not like we have really any depth behind him. We only have one other senior goalkeeper in Maxi Mueller. The 22-year-old, though, is not exactly been looked at as a strong contender right now for the starting spot. Not to mention, outside of him, that if there was another injury, we'd literally have no depth or no options for goalkeeper. So we have no choice right now but to go take a look at our academy and see if we have even any goalkeepers to bring up. And the answer is we have exactly one. Otto Janssen, who's 51 rated, definitely, I don't think ready for the step up to the first team, but we just have no other option right now. So we're calling up our second academy player to the first team. And hopefully these young players, not only the academy kid, but also Mueller, can step up and pleasantly surprise us the way we've seen other players like Bush or Sommer do. But we don't want to put too much pressure on them, that's for sure. We're going to have to keep an eye on a new goalkeeper now going into next season. Well, for a team that hasn't been great defensively, it's going to come down to goals, and Simon Wolf is the one to watch with 10 assists this season. He's leading the league, and hopefully over these next couple games, we can just outscore opponents, even if our defense doesn't look great without Kraus. I think it's really important in this game for us to get a positive result, because it's been a big blow for the team losing our captain, and hopefully we can, find a way to just respond to that, even if it is going to shake the defense a little bit. So far, though, it doesn't look to have affected our offense, as the team is very much in control of this game. Nico Fofana, a little back heel through for Julian Bush, who scores, and nothing is going to stop these two up front. They've been a diabolical duo up top for teams around the league to have to deal with, and another great goal between them. And the thinking right now is if we can just keep a hold of the ball, we're not really going to have to test the new goalkeeper that much. We don't want him to be under pressure. And here we go again with it. Simon Wolf looks to play a ball through, another great chance. And Julian Bush now taking on multiple defenders. He's just such a talented dribbler of the ball here, and you always feel like something's going to happen when he's on it. And Victor Sommer from distance, what a shot! I think it's becoming clear our teenage midfielder has a great long shot on him. And as we try to stay defensively resilient in this game, a corner kick could put that in jeopardy, but players throwing their bodies on the lines, and thankfully our goalkeeper doesn't have to make any big saves just yet. And wow, this is just too easy. Victor Sommer charging down, and there's literally nobody closing him down. What is going on with this defense? Sommer scores, and that's the easiest goal we will ever see. I'm sure of it. He basically jogged all the way from our half to their goal line and didn't get closed down at all. It was as easy as they come, but he took his chance, and that's the most important part. Victor Sommer is becoming a very important player for us. So a goal ahead here in the second half. We're feeling pretty confident about our chances. The team doesn't look to have been affected too much by Kraus's departure. However, Wolf giving the ball away does mean we lose possession here. But I don't know, our defense is looking a little bit better. I mean, it sounds silly to say because we've conceded so many in recent weeks, but definitely better than we started the season with, although that could all fall apart here as a clumsy challenge. Schumacher gives it away, and I spoke too soon. We conceded, and suddenly we're only one goal in the lead. And unfortunately, I think that kind of big mistake at the back is a sign that we've lost a real leader, a player to just direct players to clear it out, and you can tell there was some miscommunication back there. Nobody got to it. And now you can tell the nerves are a little rattled here as Mueller gives the ball away directly off of a goal kick. Oh, free kick given just outside the area, but man, that lack of leadership is definitely coming back to hurt us here as a deflected free kick over the wall was not far off at all. And you can see the cracks just starting to show here for Union Leipzig as we cling on here late in the game. Maxi Mueller finally out there to catch it, and the goalkeeper tells everyone to calm down. Well, we do come away with the win, but it wasn't for a lack of some serious concern there late in the game. It's clear the Kraus not being in the team is going to affect us, and hopefully we'll be able to hang on and keep our form up going into next season. But for now, when the league table doesn't matter all that much, I think we should just get straight into the next game and see if we can keep ourselves going strong with another win. But unfortunately, I think it's pretty clear that suddenly we don't have a lot of confidence in our back line, or organization for that matter, as we quickly concede a goal here. Not having Kraus back there is affecting not only the literal goalkeeper performances, but also the defenders, because we don't really have a leader or a captain in this team now. So up on our to-do list next is finding a new goalkeeper, but also finding who to give the captain's armband to. We have it on Schumacher right now, but it's clear he's not a real leader for this team as we completely fall apart. A second goal. Union Leipzig are looking pretty rough here with the sudden departure of our goalkeeper. So that's how the game ends, 2-0, and I don't know. We have a lot of big questions to answer now. Who's going to be starting in goal? Can we find a solution going into next season? And I think even more important than that is who's going to wear the captain's armband and pick up the slack in terms of leading this brand new club. So now we have a massive decision to make. Who's going to be the captain for the remainder of this season? Have any players really showed that kind of quality? I mean, I don't think Schumacher's worn it particularly well the last few weeks. We have Bouchard maybe in the center of our defense, but I don't know. I don't really see him necessarily as a leader. We have our front two, Fofana and Bush, who might not be a bad shout, but I'm actually going to go ahead and give the captain's armband to Simon Wolf, our attacking midfielder, who's done a good job of kind of being involved everywhere on the pitch, and obviously leading by example as the top assister in the league. I don't know. Let's see how he steps up over the next 3 game weeks. We only have 3 games remaining in our first ever season. Again, we're safe from relegation. We don't have that much to play for, but all eyes going into season 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.